I wanted to talk about the Prince of Persia situation already yesterday, but I didn't because I was afraid that Ubisoft may strike me, because a dying avowed garbage company is obviously gonna lash out in its final moments. And in case they still do, like the video. But since Hypnotic's video is here and it's almost been 24 hours, I guess it's safe, hopefully.
You know, I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. Why are we here? Why are we back here already? It was only just the other day that I ended up doing a video on the brand new Gothic remake and their decision to change certain characters in the original game in their remake and to desexify them, or overall not even understanding the story. It seems as if, changing characters that were meant to be sex slaves and somehow unsexifying them. It literally makes no sense. And the developers, ironically, have doubled down.
Yep, that sounds pretty good. That sounds exactly like it. By the way, don't talk about doubling down. That is gonna be a video for tomorrow because it is hilarious. It's the typical developer lies. Oh, it's just such a small thing and we didn't actually do it. I mean, everyone knows you're lying.
On it have promised that they're going to be faithful, even though the pictures are proving otherwise. Now we have another situation, and this one hits a little bit closer to home in one of the better franchises throughout history, and that is Prince of Persia. As much as I don't want to give Ubisoft that credit, unfortunately, I'm going to have to. Prince of Persia, especially the Sands of Time, is a notorious video game that
Hey, I hate Ubisoft as much or probably a lot more as the next guy. But there was a time when Ubisoft did make good games. There was a time when Blizzard made good games. There was a time when Bethesda made good games. And those times have passed, okay? These old the companies of the olden time, yeah, they did good stuff. But no, not any longer. We can give them that, but we can never look forward to the future based on the past. We need to look at the now, what these game companies are doing now, and all of them are failing. All of them are garbage. All of them are woke. All of them don't care about actually making a game. They care about political pandering, to put it lightly, and there is no future for them, which is kind of good.
a lot of people love from their past. And Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time was announced to have a remake all the way back in 2021 when they first showcased their trailer. And even though it was never heard from afterward,
Was not a big Prince of Persia guy myself, by the way, but I do know about the franchise, and it is cool.
it was promised to be released in that year. Apparently, it has now returned, and there is footage that is being shared online right now that is going to make you, me, and everybody else extremely.
You can find the footage if you want online. There's still a bunch of it, and it's bad. Oh my god. These graphics right here, there's some old stuff, right? This is 100 billion times better what they currently have. And I hope Hypnotic doesn't show any of it. Well, if he did, this video probably wouldn't exist. So again, I think we're safe. But again, like the video just to be sure.
Extremely
500 likes, and I will do things, okay?
tired. Stuff that the algorithm loves, and let's get into the video. First and foremost, we're going to talk about Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. Now, obviously, if you don't know about Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, it is a fantastic video game with really good elements that honestly really do stand the test of time, unironically with the name, but it truly was a fantastic video game. You can pick it up right now for pretty cheap if you haven't
Oh,
played
wow.
it yet, and I highly implore that you play the original. Now, Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, it has been rumored to be in the remake for a very long time. It was initially supposed to release in 2021, if I'm not mistaken, but then it was never heard from again. It kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed, and then ultimately it ended up never coming out. Now we have brand new footage from Ubisoft that has come out, and it is being spread everywhere right now on social media. What made me find this? Well,
You can tell that this is an old game because only old games have that thing where you enter the room and then it actually like zooms out the room so you understand what's happening.
I ended up looking at a tweet from the VGC, came across my homepage, and it says the following: "There is no longer a need to protect her. The upcoming remake of Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time may make the prince's companion Farah a stronger character,
Yeah. So the thing about this is, again, not a huge fan of this franchise, but she was never exactly the damsel in distress. but she was never a girl boss. And now, from a reasonable, understandable, likable character, they're making her obviously into a girl boss. It is gonna be rancid to say the least, okay? And well, if you believe what we saw from the leaks, then holy shit, she's gonna be ugly. She is gonna be unbelievably ugly. It's not even gonna be close.
Leaked document suggests. Now, initially, I didn't see the picture, okay? Because if you look at this tweet, there is no picture. If you look at this tweet, they're actually utilizing the older picture from the 2021 remake. They're not actually utilizing the picture that is in the leaked document. So initially I thought, okay, we're going to have a story change. That's going to be the limit of this obvious remake, right? They're going to do a story change. They're going to make Farah stronger than she already was, which by the way, Farah was more than capable, but apparently now they're going to make her extra capable because, you know, you can't be saving women. That's just not allowed in today's modern day. The modern audience can't handle storylines like that. You got to throw in furry dick and you got to throw in girl bosses. That's the only way they can handle a story. Now, with all this being said, I ended up clicking the article and scrolled down, and we're going to read some of the article in this video, but I scrolled down and I ended up coming across the picture. Yes, the picture that everybody is sharing right now. And I'm about to put the picture on the screen. I warn you, there is a jump scare in this, ladies and gentlemen, like that, okay? Number one, let's talk about the fact that this particular showcase that the document was leaked from was from a 2024 showcase. It was an early 2024 showcase detailing the video game and different aspects of the video game and what they actually plan on changing. One of the things that they planned on changing was Farah. Farah was a big portion of the change. You could see in the screenshot that they specifically wanted to target her and target her storyline and make her something that doesn't need saving, right? So that's already a big red flag overall. But again, this is modern day Ubisoft we're talking about. We're talking about a company that decided to skip every known samurai in history and go for the one that wasn't even a samurai officially in any.
Absolutely the most base decision Ubisoft can have. Hey, I'm happy when these companies do something this stupid. We can all just sit back, relax, and laugh. It's not like we have a game shortage. We're not even near to that. So, there you go.
Japanese context and said, yup, that's the one we're going to put in when it comes to in a Japanese setting Assassin's Creed. So is anybody really shocked that this is happening? Of course not, but we can still laugh at it and talk about the entire situation. Hey guys, Editor Hypnotic here. Really quick, I just want to give you a little context as to why there's not going to be really any screenshots shown in this video. So Ubisoft is very copyright happy, and the moment you show anything that is supposedly leaked, they go crazy over it if you show it too much. So unfortunately in this video, just check out the description box below. I'm going to give a link to one of the articles showing some of the screenshots. That way you guys can see it. But just use this video to talk about the conversation, leave some comments, and let's go.
Oh yeah, just literally Google Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake, and it's gonna be the first picture you find on the images.
For everything as a whole. Okay, bye. So not only are they changing Farah, but one of the things I find interesting is that in this screenshot from the actual detail of the story changes to Farah, now again, everybody's coping right now about this being from 2024. We have a post here from the Prince of Persia Universe Twitter page, which is not officially affiliated in any way with Ubisoft, but again, I just want you guys to see what the cope is from the fans and never want to admit anything is potentially going to be wrong here. It says the following: hello, Prince of Persia community. Today's footage from the hashtag Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake was leaked, apparently taken in early 2024. I personally really liked it, even though it's still in very early stage of development. And then if you look at the screenshot, I'm going to put this picture here. They made up this entire bullshit fake like looking official thing. And it says, hello, Prince of Persia community. I saw a leak of the game that was recorded in early 2024. The game was still in very early development.
Yeah, the cope here is, oh, that's just a placeholder. Yes, they made a fully looking exactly like the character would kind of be supposed to do, but made it ugly, and they called that a placeholder? Oh boy. By the way, I saw one comment about this on Twitter, and I mean, the guy's exactly right. These developers treating Persians like some kind of knockoff American white brand. No, they're not. Persians are a distinct ethnicity.
and tell you that we can expect a completely new game, only the story
So, you know, the Prince of Persia should be Persian, you know? Kind of makes a lot of sense.
is the same. I highly doubt the story is going to be the same, by the way. Highly doubt it. Everything else, parkour, character designs, combat style, environments, and enemies have been completely remade. In this new game, combat has been modernized, blending familiar acrobatic attacks with new advanced acrobatic moves. Time powers have been enhanced to offer a wider array of options in battles. The combat system and the enemies have been revamped. New ways to defeat enemies, improve boss fights. From now on, Farah is a true ally, capable of fighting independently with her bow and executing cooperative attacks. There is no longer a need to protect her. We'll definitely learn more about Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake.
There is no longer a need to protect her because she now protect. Oh wait, she doesn't even protect you because you're an evil man.
Coming soon. Now, again, guys, keep in mind, this game was supposed to release back in 2021. So they've been saying we're going to learn more about this remake for over 4 to 5 years now. Let's be real. So honestly, at this point, it's like when it comes, it comes. But I think a lot of hype is going to die down from this. Now, this is cope number one is the fact that they're saying this is from early 2024. Cope number two is that they're saying that the models that you are seeing that everybody's making fun of right now online are placeholder models.
Yeah, again, the placeholder thing is so stupid. It's like the Call of Duty and whatnot AI thing. Oh yeah, we're not actually using AI to make art, but you know, we kind of generate the thing that we wanted with AI. Yeah, that sounds really believable. No, it's not believable. It's stupid. Obviously, you're lying. Everyone knows you're lying. It pisses me off so much when these stupid companies try to pretend that they're not lying, even though everyone can easily tell that they're lying. It's just that simple. They're not slick, they're not smart, they're just huffing their own farts and calling it a day. That's how smart these people are. Okay? Well, in their minds at least they're smart, but in the outside world, they're not.
Yes, that highly detailed model of Farah is just a placeholder model. They're not going to utilize that model in the real game, not at all.
Exactly. No one should believe that. That's what I said. That's what Hypnotic is saying. Everyone with a brain is probably should say that.
Prince's model is also a placeholder. That is not going to be the one they're going to use.
And the Prince's model is equally bad, but it's a man, so we don't talk about it because being bad to men is based, obviously.
In the final game as well, guys. Could
that's
that
a joke, YouTube?
Be true?
No, wait, that's not a joke. I don't know which one is the good one for YouTube in this case.
Sure. Is that true? Most likely not, right? They have definitely put in a lot of time and effort, especially into Farah's model. You can clearly see with her outfit, her jewelry, everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, again, that is a 100% a real thing. There's no doubt that it's a real thing. It is 100%.
Even bother making such an ugly placeholder model. That's not the one they're gonna actually use. Now, the reason why I'm not gonna give this any kind of like weight to it is the fact
God, I have to edit out so much probably of this. It's annoying.
That if you're saying this is a placeholder model and the game is still in early development, I don't believe you, because ultimately there was a trailer that was released in 2020 or 2021 for the Sands of Time remake, and in that trailer they kept the stylized look of the original games and they modernized it graphically for its time, and it looked way better. Farah looked
it was a different time. That's pretty much it.
So much better. The prince looked so much better. All the characters looked so much better, and the overall art style looked so much better. So the fact that they went from that and they changed it to whatever the hell I'm looking at, that tells me that there was a change. Even if these are placeholder models, at the end of the day, whatever we saw in 2021 doesn't exist anymore. That Prince of Persia remake is gone, and in that Prince of Persia remake, Farah was beautiful like she should be. So I don't know what we're trying to cope about here. This is why I don't necessarily believe them, right? If there was no trailer that was ever released for the Prince of Persia remake up until now, where we get this leaked footage, then maybe I would give your...
By the way, the hot version of this that you may have actually seen on Twitter, that's fake. That's some guy actually made it. Okay? There is no world where... Listen, if Ubisoft had to choose between survival and extinction, and survival meant use the hot version, the fan one, or Extinction and use the Vogue one, they wouldn't even think twice. They would pick Extinction twice, bruv. It's not even close. Ubisoft would do that in a heartbeat, in a snap. You know how dumb these companies are. You know that profit means nothing to them. Actually, in Ubisoft's case, it's hilarious because the Guillermo family doesn't obviously want to lose control. And yet, those guys don't seem woke, okay? The Guillermo brothers and the family in general, they don't actually seem woke. They seem your typical stuck-up, rich, out-of-touch people who don't understand what they're doing any longer because they have literally existed in decades in seclusion with just a bunch of yes men, and no one has ever even said no to them in their lives, okay? Those people are not woke. It's just that the fact that Ubisoft has been absolutely co-opted by the woke people, and the Guillermos are probably too stupid to figure that out. They're just too out of touch to even figure out that that's a thing. There's probably someone who's like, oh yeah, this thing where women look like men. Yeah, that's the new thing. Okay, don't worry about it. It's all good. And they're like, I didn't pay attention to what you said, but I'm sure it's fine because they're just that out of it. In any case, 10 out of 10. That was hypnotic. Bye.